they got to submit 5 names, whatever, to see when they came back. And more likely he's going to come back in the 4th and the 7th round. There's only 4 games this year. There's not a whole lot from the freshman year. He played a little, but not a whole lot. You really only have your sophomore year to go by. Come back. And this is why I hope there's a coaching change, because Joe Moe is a quote-unquote player's coach, so he doesn't discipline as much as Mullen. Mullen was like coach. He was your daddy. I mean, not in quote-unquote daddy terms, but he treated you like a player. He was the coach. Mullen comes in, he's like, he wants to be your best friend. He lets you kind of get away with things. And that's why I think he's lost by his team. There's a split, in the locker room going on. We've got, we didn't talk about the ball game issues or whatever, but I feel like if you can bring another coach for a senior year with a new coaching structure, that maybe, just maybe, he does a lot of growing up and is definitely a top 3, first, second, third round pick. Because he has the talent. We both know that. It's just, will an NFL team take a chance on somebody that doesn't have anything off the field besides just a fight issue or whatever, but, where will he fall on a team? Will he be in and out of the league within a couple of years? Like I said, I think he could be one of the best talent Mississippi State linebackers I've ever seen for a senior year. He could definitely be a great NFL player. It's just, like we both agree, he's got a lot of growing up to do in the next year or two. So, hats off on to you. If you go, best of luck to you. I'll support you.
Hey, yeah.
If you come back, I'll definitely support you. No problem with it. What you decide to do, young man, you do it and you give it all you got.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to finish up the show talking about women's basketball, men's basketball, and then Bulldogs in the Pro/playoffs. Yes, it's playoff season in the NFL, and we have a lot of Bulldogs that are trying to vie for that Lombardi Trophy and win a Super Bowl ring. So we'll be right back in about 20 seconds with more Maroon Maniacs.
Hey guys, let's talk about my first sponsor that's been with me since Jump, and that's Midtown Outfitters. If you're looking for the latest trendy Mississippi State gear, I highly suggest you go check out their store. If you can't make it into the Starkville area, check out their online store at midtownoutfitter.com. Tell them Jay Stubbs sent you.
All right, make sure you go check out Midtown Outfitters and get some of that awesome maroon and white gear that they sell. But now we're ready to jump to the hardwood. And you normally talk about the women first. No. We're talking about the men first. We're going to save the best for last. All right. Our 2019-20 Bulldogs they sit at, what's our record? 9-3 overall, on a 1-game winning streak, on the cusp of starting conference play. We have our first SEC game versus Auburn on the 4th. We also play LSU on the 11th, a game that I will be at. So I cannot wait to see our Bulldogs in action, and just hopefully we can come away with the victory. But our last game, Stubbs, was a beatdown. We put a beatdown on the Flashes, the Kent Golden Flashes, 96-68. But do you know what I like about this game, Stubbs? What you think I like about this game?
It was a good win.
What you think I like about this game? What are the 2 things you think I like about this game?
One, we won. One, and the second, we won big.
Those are 2 things, but those aren't the 2 things that I like. The 2 things I like about this game is Reggie Perry got off. 26 points, 17 rebounds. We fed the big man. We fed Audrey 2. He's our Audrey 2. And if you don't know who Audrey 2 is, that's the plant from Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me. They need to feed him continuously because he is a bona fide NBA prospect.
Whoa.
Switching sports. He is a bona fide NBA prospect. We need to feed him. He is our best inside player. We have a lot of talent on this team because Robert Wooder also scored 11 points. Nick Witherspoon, back from his suspension, scored 10, even though I think he should be coming off the bench. But the second thing that I like about this game is, even though Tyson Carter has been our leading scorer majority of the year, he didn't take 13,000 shots. I mean, he shoots the ball with reckless abandon at times. He only had 8 points, but I got three things I like about this game. Our bench acted an ass, led by Iverson Molinar, 16 points off the bench. You know, he was 5 for 5 from the field, 2 for 2 from three-point range, 4 for 5 from the line. DJ Stewart also had 12 points. So we got 28 points from those two guys. And also off the bench, Prince had 4 points. Quinn Post had 3. Devin Butts had 2. The rest of the starters, Abdul Ado had 4, and of course Tyson Carter had 8. So I like the fact that we're feeding Reggie Perry because, you know, the previous game we lost in New Mexico, it was atrocious play. It was just, it was like our team. You know those basketball games you play at like the fair and Chuck E. Cheese or like, you know. We just was just shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and bricking and bricking and bricking. I mean, take it to the hole. Take a high percentage shot. You know what I'm saying? But we play like I feel like we need to play for the rest of the season. Starting out against Auburn, we need to feed Reggie Perry. We need to key our offense around him. And we don't need to be taking all those threes. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking a couple wide open shots, but if you're missing your first 3, man, look, step inside the line, drive to the paint, get hot, get in a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? You know, we don't need you going 1 for 13 from the field or 2 for 15 from three-point range. You know, that just ain't going to win you many games. What do you think about this game against Kent?
You know, like I said, Kent State is no slouch. To me, this was probably the best win of the year based on total performance. Now we've got all of our players back, starting getting on a rhythm. Beat Kent State by almost 34 points if I was scoring. You got the numbers you got.
96-68 by 28 points.
Yeah, 28 points. Like, that is a very good win. Like I said, this isn't your podunk EMCC team. Like, Kent State has a very solid team. They came into the game 10-2, and we just put it to them. Like you said, Reggie Perry has his best game he's probably had as a Bulldog. Molinar is a stud. He's a freshman. Like I said, I think he's the next coming of D. Boss. Let DJ Stewart come off the bench. I like that Tyson Carter's taking a step back. He's not taking all those shots. And everybody showed up. Now we got Auburn this weekend, and we need everybody at the home. Now, if you remember correctly, we beat Auburn last year at the home. So it'd be great to beat them again because I think Auburn comes in, I know they're 13-0. I don't know where they're ranked. I think they might be ranked 8th since I haven't seen the latest poll about the holidays. I didn't know what day I'm on. I thought Tuesday was Friday, and I didn't know, where we're at and what we're doing nowadays. So this Auburn game is a huge game. Like I said, they come in as the number 1 team based on SEC, based on the current record. And this could be a huge win to start the SEC off with. And like I said, we have the talent to do it because we did it last year. We just got to make sure we can put all these bits and pieces together. We played team ball, 33, like you're saying. If the shot ain't falling, like my dad always said when we played ball together with coaches, take a few steps in, get a little closer, work it off the tape, work it off the backboard, get your guaranteed shots around the post, and then you got to hit your free throws.
Got to hit the free throws.
They just always seems like they can either be on it or ice cold. I don't understand how you can shoot 50 to 60% from the free throw line every single game and expect to win. I mean, it's just not. Unless you're only shooting like 4 or 5 shots. If you're shooting 20, 30 shots, there's 3 shots. There's 3. you got to at least be able to hit 60 to 70% 100 by team numbers or whatever. So hats off to the Bulldogs. Hope they pull this victory off. We'll talk about it more next week. We'll have those 2 games. Talk about we'll either be 2-0 or 1-1 or 0-2. And the sky would be falling or the sky's the limit. So that's a lot going on in MSU basketball. You ready to switch it over to your favorite sport?
Well, Auburn was ranked 8th, so I'm hoping we can give them their first loss of the season.
Okay.
Yes, I'm ready to talk about my second favorite sport outside of football. That's women's basketball. I'm happy over here now. Now, before we talk about tonight's game, we have to talk about the last game, the tune-up before ACC play. Put a whooping on Arkansas Little Rock. I mean, the team, after a few early losses, rounding in the form as far as, I guess you can say, players who can put the ball in the basket and defend and just be counted on to score points when needed. I mean, in this game, let's see here. Oh my God, it was an awesome game. In this game, we were led in points by Aaliyah Matheru with 18 points, and she scored more points than she played minutes. She was 7-13 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3-point range, but 3 of 7 from the line. So we've got to get those free throws. Got to hit those free throws. But 18 points in 13 minutes. The rest of the scoring, Jordan Danbury scored 15 points. Rikia Jackson, 14. Jessica Carter, 11. Maya Taylor, 6. Zaria Wiggins, 3. Jayla Hemingway, 6. Chloe Bibby, 5. Yaminia Morris, 4. Espinoza Hunter, 3. And Jamia Mingo Young and Promise Taylor both scored 2 points. So we have, even though we don't have the head knocker like we had when we had Queen V, the head knocker we had when we had Big T. Man, we got a bunch of ladies who can put the ball in the hoop. I mean, that is 4 ladies in double figures. Everybody scored. We need that type of offensive output if we are to outplay our number 3 ranking in the SEC and get past Texas A&M and South Carolina. But I know you won't talk about this Florida game. First SEC game of the season. Did you watch it? Was it on TV?
I have been watching the games. No lie. While I've been doing the show with you, I've watched this whole game. Mississippi State just blew out Florida. So while I'm talking, I guess you can try to pull up today's game stats because they literally dominated Florida from start to finish tonight. First quarter, it's 27-12. Halftime, it's, I think, 57 to like 20-something. Like, and Schaefer's jacket finally came off at the end of that. Like, he finally took it off. He got a little hot just Florida went on a little run. But State, they just dominated tonight. I want to say it was somewhere between 80 and 90. We put 80 and 90 points on the board tonight.
93 points. We defeated the Gators.
To what, 46?
We fried them Gators. 93-47. Leading the way. Let's see where are the points. Let's see here.
We doubled them in points.
I mean, Rikia Jackson scored 20. Jordan Danbury 21. Chloe 13. Matthew didn't have the night she had the previous game, but she scored 8 points. Most of her points were from the free throw line. 2 of 9 from the field, 4 of 5 from the line. Espinal Hunter had 3 points. Mingo Young 5. Zaria Wiggins 4. Promise Taylor 2. Yaminia Morris 8. Again, everybody scored in this game except for Hemingway. But everyone got their hand on the ball and took a shot. This team is deep. While it's not dominant yet, it's deep. You can't just stop one person. Last year, if you stopped Big T, we didn't have a second option really that could consistently hurt you. Now we have more than one option that can hurt you. This team is very young and athletic, inexperienced.